because there are that many cellars. Anyway, Cellardyke is a part of Anstruther, and as we would call it in our own dialect, Enster. Not Einster, as some of the Glaswegians used to say when they come on holiday. Anyway, I was educated in the, no, rephrase that. Sometimes I attended the Wade Academy in Anstruther. The Wade Academy's motto is Multi per transibund et augitaber scientia. And the translation of that is, many will pass through and knowledge and education shall be increased. Now I was at that school for 5 years, and I would say what I learned in that school was, first of all, the motto. That was drummed into us in first year. Then I learned to play rugby, and then I learned, or I was told to learn, the poem that I'm going to recite. Now I feel quite a fraud because everybody else has written read their own poetry. But I got this out of a book, and I think the boy's name was Anonymous, or Anonymous. I think that was his name. Now I've got it's called Sir Patrick Spence, and I've got to read it, well, speak it in my own dialect, plus my mother's tongue and all, because she was for the North East. The king sits in Dunfermline town, drinking the bleed red wine. Oh, far will I get a skillet skipper to take this new ship of mine. Well, up would spark an elder knight, sit at the king's right knee. Sir Patrick Spence is the best sailor that ever sailed the sea. The king has written a breed letter and he sealed it with his hand. And he sent it to Sir Patrick Spence, who was walking on the strand. To Norway, to Norway, to Norway out of fame. The king's doctor of Norway, 'tis thou must bring her home. Well, the first word that Sir Patrick read aloud, loud laughed did he. But the next word that Sir Patrick read, a tear did blint his eye. O fa has done this deed and telt the king on me, to send us out at this time of year, to sail upon the sea. Well, be it wind, be it wheat, be it hail, be it sleet, your ship must sail the fame, because the king's doctor of Norway, 'tis his must bring her home. Well, they set sail on a Monday morning with all the speed they may, and they landed there in Norway upon a Wednesday. Now, I'm not going to recite any more of that, because if I do it all, we'll be here at midnight. But I'll carry on with the story. The ship, they didn't care whether it got the king's doctor or no, because she was never ever mentioned again in the rest of the poem. But anyway, they set course for him to Aberdour in the Firth of Forth. But they come on a mighty storm and the boat foundered. They were all lost, every single one of them. But what gets me is the last verse of that poem says, half hour for Aberdour, and 50 fathoms deep, and there lies Sir Patrick Spence with the brave lords at his feet. Now, I've fished all over the Firth of Forth, I've fished all over most of the North Sea, and to find 50 fathom, you have to go out in the guts of the North Sea. Now, they're gone for the dug hole, as what she sung, what 50 fathom is, they're gone for the dug hole to Aberdour in half an hour. Donald Campbell couldn't do that in the Bluebird. This is for Fiddler on the Roof, and it's about a milkman, a Jewish milkman in Russia, and the man was speaking to God all day. He blamed God for everything that went wrong, but he praised God for everything that went right. Anyway, I have to get into character here. Dear God, did you have to make my horse lose a shoe today, of all days? Just before the Sabbath? You know, I think when things get too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief I could play on my old friend Devier. Isn't it enough you blessed me with 5 daughters? 5 daughters! Oh, and Lord, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, that there is no shame into being poor, but there is no great honor either. So, what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. All day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. I find tin roofs with 3 wooden floors below. There would be 1 long staircase just going up and another even longer coming down, and 1 more leading nowhere just for show. I fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can, with each loud cluck and a quack and a call and a honk would land like a trumpet on my ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. Just one verse? Okay. You want another? You want another? You want another there? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. All day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I see my wife by gold there looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising you to a hearty life. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Aye, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. Thanks for that bit. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. He'd ask me to advise them, like Solomon the wise. If you please, Rebbe, pardon me, Rebbe, posing problems that would cross our rabbi's eyes. Yara-dee-da, yara-dee-da, yara-dee-da-da-da. And it wouldn't make 1 bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think that you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray. Maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. And that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?